Alexis Sunshine 83, it's always sunny here.
Hey Sunshiners, Alexis Sunshine 83 right here. Hello, super sunny day. What is up? Happy Sunday. Today I'm so excited to bring you an extra special thrifting video because right now I am actually in Portland with my boyfriend. Hi. Look at, he's wearing a denim jacket. So one of the biggest things I wanted to do while in Portland was obviously thrifting. And there's a lot of vintage shops and like more expensive type thrifting shops. First, we are gonna start at Goodwill. Oh, we're in Hawthorne. Well, that's the street that we're on is Hawthorne. I'll leave all the addresses right down below, but basically we are at Goodwill, then we may go to Buffalo Exchange and then this other like more vintage shop. So I feel like pricing wise, we're gonna start cheap, middle, and then high to really get an idea of what thrifting is like in Portland. I'm really hoping that there's jackets and sweaters and oh my goodness, it's literally fall. I mean, obviously, but personally as a Southern California gal, I've never experienced fall before and like literally every single street, I'm just like, oh, it is 10 a.m. so we are here bright and early and let's see what thrifting is like. Only $30, but too big. I wish this would fit in my luggage. Another thing of Doc Martens. These look like old ones. They're too big. My right foot is bigger than my left, and even on the right foot it's like too big, which makes me so sad. Alright, so we just finished up in there. I didn't realize that it was a boutique. I just thought it was a normal Goodwill, so it was definitely a little bit more like a fancier like Plato's Closet, and definitely the prices were a lot higher. But I'm so glad that we came. We won't be able to probably go to like a traditional like Goodwill unfortunately, but we'll see. We will see. We did the clothes wise, they were okay. There were a couple things where I was like maybe, but they were like $30 and I was like, I don't really like it that much. I did end up getting these shoes. They are in a size 10, which usually I'm like a 9-10, so they are a tad loose, but I got them, how much did I get them for?
40 bucks.
$40. So right now we're trying to figure out what the heck kind these are because I've never seen them.
Also $40, no tax.
Oh yeah! Yeah. Okay, we are going to Buffalo Exchange now to kind of see what they have. I don't know how much I can necessarily film in there because usually it's kind of like Plato's Closet, but I figured maybe they'll have some cool stuff. Wow.
What'd you find there, Alexa? Harley Davidson.
$13.
Not bad.
I actually basically already have these. Guess who found some Doc Martens?
Yep.
They're usually $120. Only $60.
And they're broken in.
Even better. Your first pair you've ever tried on, right?
Yeah. Never tried Doc Martens.
Denim jacket, Doc Martens. Am I turning you into me? I tried on some Levi's. Unfortunately, they're okay. They just were a little tight. Like 501s. I am trying these on. They're Dickies. They are quite loose, so I'm not gonna get them, but I just kind of wanted to try them on for funsies. I also just kind of wanted to try this one on for fun. I just never know if the shops are supposed to be like that or like that. And then, I mean, obviously it says cowboy on the back. All right, so a bunch of you were saying that I should go to House of Vintage, and that was like already on my list. And it looks massive. Apparently you're not allowed to take in backpacks and cameras, which is like, that's literally what I have, so I don't know footage wise, but it is massive. It's like the size of a Savers almost, so we'll see. But first I think we're gonna go through these clothes. These clothes. There's clothes kind of just outside and kind of see. So basically, after we went into that big, massive House of Vintage store, I did purchase something. We ended up going into downtown Portland. It started raining and we decided to stop at another Buffalo Exchange. Second Buffalo Exchange. I'm just looking for the jacket with the fake fur. That's all I want. Sadly, nothing. But I really wanted to go to a just traditional Goodwill thrift store just because at Goodwill was a boutique and like that's not really what I was looking for. So we have found one in Portland. We're gonna take a look. I just really want to get the feel of like what they have at a traditional thrift store. So fingers crossed I find something. If I don't, it's fine. I've gotten a lot of cool things, definitely for more expensive prices because they've been at vintage shops, but I also really want to see what the prices are like. So here we go. Not bad. We definitely found a jacket for like $19.
Too many good things.
Yeah, because it's in the city, I'm sure a lot of people actually like come here and like pick through. Close to what I'm looking for. $49.99. I did realize that everything is actually divided by size and not color. Every Goodwill I've ever been to is always divided by color, not size. It's actually really nice. So we're kind of striking out a bit. I've noticed that number one, the prices are a lot more. Also, we're coming at the end of the day, so everything is very much picked over. Also, John was saying it's interesting, there's so many vintage stores, I mean, at a very premium price, whereas when we go to the Goodwill here, I mean, number one, it is a little bit more expensive, but it's so picked over that it's like probably the vintage stores are going to Goodwill and buying that stuff so then they can resell it for a lot more money, making then the thrift stores not have that great of stuff. Little theory, probably not gonna buy anything, but hey, I just really wanted to figure out like the experience. Obviously we're in a city, so it's gonna be a little bit different if we were in like a small town, but alrighty. So it's actually day 2 and this video or this part wasn't going to happen, but after the just like not great experience at the 2 Goodwills I went to yesterday, I actually found a Savers / Value Village, which I'm not sure what region it turns from Savers to Value Village, but I know a lot of like Canadian thrifters have Value Village versus Savers, so that's what I'm at today. And it was just so close to our hotel that I was like, why don't we? Just because, again, I really want to get a sense of what thrifting is like in Oregon. Now this is in Portland, but it's not in like the city part, so I'm also hoping that makes a difference, whereas all the stores that we went to yesterday were in the city, so fingers crossed. So we found a Levi's denim jacket. It isn't a small and it would have been like $10.99, but it has like this patch on it. But did find a black denim jacket. Wow. Alrighty, so I think we were in there for about 30 minutes. Obviously, because we're in Portland, it's going to be a little bit more expensive and not as many stuff because maybe this city, like more people thrift. Obviously, if I were to go to a farther town, I probably would have a little bit more luck, especially with pricing, but I did find one thing which I'm pretty happy about. And also, like, I knew I wasn't gonna find a bunch that I like necessarily was going to buy. Like, I found a lot of sweaters that were really cute, but I don't need, and if I was just going to buy just for the sake of buying, I could have bought so many sweaters. There were like ranging from $3.99 to $10.99. In this case, I just kind of stuck with something that I really wanted. I think next time I come to Oregon, I definitely want to try out the Goodwill outlet because they're like the bin, and I think that would be really interesting. But there also isn't any tax, so it was exactly $4.99 for a shirt, which was really cool. That ends the thrifting portion, so I will show you guys what I got when I get back to California. And now we are back home, back in Southern California, unfortunately. Honestly, Oregon was just so beautiful. And thank you to everyone on Instagram that sent me a bunch of recommendations for like thrifting places, vintage stores. Definitely was not necessarily like different than what I thought it was gonna be like. It was very similar to like thrifting in England. Obviously, I was more in the city. I was more in like downtown Portland. I did go on Hawthorne Street, and I didn't go through every single like thrifting and vintage store just because of like timing. I definitely didn't buy the most amount of stuff just because I found things that I didn't necessarily need, or they were ridiculously overpriced, or again, they weren't like expensive, but they weren't cheap, and I didn't really need it. But the things I did get, I'm actually really excited for. And I kind of wanted to focus more on the environment of the different stores I was going to versus like the haul. Usually when I thrift, I spend about 3 to 4 hours. And because I wasn't in Portland, honestly, for that long, I didn't want to spend 4 hours in each thrift store. I just wanted to give like my actual like review of like Portland thrifting and what I thought of it. And yeah, let's get into the items now because that's why we're all here. I do have to say, I think my boyfriend honestly won this thrift haul. He actually thrifted these Doc Marten like Chelsea boots for like, I think he said like $50 or $60, usually $120. But I actually also thrifted a pair of Doc Martens. These were $39.99 and they were at the Goodwill boutique store in Hawthorne. And boutique Goodwills are, you know, they're great just because most of the stuff is a lot of times higher end. It's a little bit more curated, kind of like an expensive like Plato's Closet, but that wasn't necessarily what I was kind of wanting to go into. But I'm still pretty happy that I did find these. Now they are a little bit loose just because they are a size 10. I am normally a size 10, but when it comes to Doc Martens, I'm usually a size 9. So they are a tad loose, but I just thought they were way too cool to kind of pass up, and I had never seen the actual style on Doc Martens, but I just thought they were really funky and cool, and finding Doc Martens at the thrift store is just like amazing. Now I know, sorry, I'm gonna stop pointing the shoes at your face. A lot of people have asked for a shoe collection video, and I'm actually just waiting for like one pair of Doc Martens that I'm bidding on Poshmark right now. And once I get those, I'm gonna do an actual like shoe collection video. But that was the first store we went to, and then we ended up going into Buffalo Exchange. They had a lot of like Fashion Nova, Missguided, kind of more those brands. I really didn't find that many like Harley Davidson or like a bunch of sweaters. My whole goal on it, like to be real, my whole goal for this trip was to find a like a denim jacket with a faux shearling, like the Levi's like faux shearling jacket. I've been looking for a thrifted one for so long, and although I did find some, they were all like $120 to like $200. I ended up getting 2 pieces. First, this sweater. I originally saw it and I was like, oh my god, I thought it was the UNIF sweater. And if you guys remembered, I thrifted a very similar like rainbow sweater from the Goodwill outlet that I also got inspired by, UNIF striped sweater. And so I saw this and I really thought it was, but it wasn't. And they had multiple of these, weirdly, but it's originally from a company called Purple Snow, and it is in a large, and it has the original tag on it, kind of Purple Snow, and I believe it was $16. So I mean, a little bit, you know, more expensive than a traditional thrift store because it is Buffalo Exchange. I like it, and it was the only sweater I think I actually found that I really liked, that wasn't itchy and didn't shed, which like there were a lot of those. And then I did find a Harley Davidson shirt, and I'm really excited about this. I don't remember how much it was. I think it was, oh yeah, it was like $13, so it was less expensive than that sweater. It just is an oversized Harley Davidson shirt. It's got, you know, an eagle with flames, which is always my favorite. I haven't, oh no, that's incorrect. I was like, I haven't thrifted a Harley Davidson shirt in quite a while, but that's wrong. It is in an extra large, and on the back it says Harley Davidson cowboy Texas, and I just thought it was kind of funky and cool. I couldn't not leave without a Harley Davidson shirt. There was another like flame one, but it was on a mannequin like really high up, and I didn't want them to have to like go grab it because what if I didn't like it, although I probably would have liked it. So I just stayed with this one. Then we went into the House of Vintage store, which was like a warehouse, and the prices were so high. I wasn't surprised. I knew they were gonna be higher, and they had so many good pieces, but everything was probably $80 to like $200, except for like one room. It was like their sale room, and all of them had like stains on them, and you know, I was like really close to just buying like a bunch of stuff that had a bunch of stains on it that like wasn't that cute, because I like was there, I felt like I needed to, so I really like held myself back and really wanted to purchase stuff that I was excited for, that I really liked. I ended up finding these jeans, which are the best jeans in the entire world. I am so obsessed with them. They are like my new favorite, and they were only $40, which I thought was really great in that store, although their jeans were like $60 to $80. They're originally from a company called Zena Jeans, and they are in like a size 9, and they are these colorful mom jeans. Like, are you kidding me? If you're a regular Sunshiner, then you know, like, I got too many jeans, and I've been trying not to thrift as many jeans, but when they're unique and funky like this, I think like they are worthy of purchasing. I am obsessed with them. I definitely could DIY something similar onto my jeans, which I may like try, just because it's like getting in color, but like you still aren't wearing too much color, and I'm just really happy about them. And this is like what thrifting is about, is finding like unique pieces that you didn't even know you like wanted or like needed in your wardrobe, and then you see them and you're like, oh my gosh, I've never seen anything like this. So I'm so happy. This definitely made like everything, and I was also really happy just to purchase something in that store, because I spent like probably like an hour or more in there. And then we ended up going to Valley Village, which I did purchase one thing, and the Valley Village was massive. I didn't find a bunch of stuff, but I did see the shirt. My dad has a Harvard t-shirt, which nobody's gone to Harvard in my family, and so I saw this and I was like, I want to match with him, and it's just a Harvard University shirt. It is in a medium, so it fits quite nice, and I just thought I could just pair it with something funky, and I've always loved t-shirts. And I do have to say, like, every Savers or slash Valley Village I've ever been to has always been a good experience in the fact that like everything's quite organized, and I just felt like I had to go, I had to get the experience, and I'm really excited that I did, because I did find this that I've been wanting for a while now. All in all, I do say that it was a success. I was able to experience different thrift stores and vintage stores in Portland, Oregon. Kind of one of my biggest goals is to travel to like different states or different cities and try their thrift stores to kind of see what they're like. If there's a state or town you think I should go to, let me know in the comments down below. I might go to it. If you do like thrifting, Thrift Hauls Thrifting with Me's, make sure you hit subscribe right down below and hit that little bell to be notified every time I make a new video. And also, I actually created a vlog channel, which is called Alexis Sunshine 83 Vlogs. I will leave the channel link thing right down below. I actually vlogged my entire Portland trip, so if you guys want to see like the entire trip and kind of the context of the like thrift with me, go check that out. And if you would like to keep up to date with me during the week, make sure to follow me on Instagram and Twitter, AlexSunshine83, and I will see you guys on Wednesday with a brand new video. Enjoy life, be happy, and I love you lots. Bye!